Google's CEO introduced Gemini on December 6, 2023. Gemini is Google's largest and most capable artificial intelligence. I carefully read this introductory announcement, and in this video, I present to you my summary and key points. First, my key points. Gemini is Google's most capable and general artificial intelligence AI. Gemini is multimodal. Gemini can process different types of information: text, code, image, video, audio. Gemini Ultra is the most advanced model. Gemini Ultra outperforms GPT-4 in most categories. The CEO of Google and Alphabet introduced Gemini as Google's most capable and general artificial intelligence AI model, with state-of-the-art performance across many leading benchmarks. In my summary, when you see R, I'm referring to Google. And when you see state-of-the-art, this essentially means the best. It means that Gemini is as good as or better than GPT-4. Next, the CEO of Google DeepMind, on behalf of the Gemini team, spoke. He said that the team's goal is to create an artificial intelligence that feels more useful and intuitive, like an expert helper assistant. Google's officially introducing Gemini on December 6, 2023. Gemini is the most capable and general model Google has ever built. Gemini is Google's largest and most capable AI model. Gemini was built from the ground up to be multimodal. Multimodal means Gemini can generalize and seamlessly understand, operate across, and combine different types of information, including text, code, audio, image, and video. Gemini is Google's most flexible model. Gemini is able to efficiently run on everything from data centers to mobile devices. Gemini's state-of-the-art capabilities will significantly enhance the way developers and enterprise customers build and scale with artificial intelligence. Google is calling their first version of Gemini, Gemini 1.0. Google has optimized Gemini 1.0 for 3 different sizes. Gemini Ultra is Google's largest and most capable model for highly complex tasks. Ultra is Google's most advanced artificial intelligence. Gemini Pro is Google's best model for scaling across a wide range of tasks. Gemini Pro is available in Bard and Notebook LM. Gemini Nano is Google's most efficient model for on-device tasks. Gemini Nano will be available in Pixel 8 Pro, Android 14. So, state-of-the-art performance. State-of-the-art performance. So when Google benchmarked Gemini, they divided the benchmark categories into 2 major groups: text and multimodal. Text included the subcategories of general, reasoning, math, and code. Code, for example, Python. Multimodal has 3 subcategories: image, video, and audio. On Google's webpage, under State of the Art, they present their performance results for Gemini Ultra and GPT-4. And the blue letters, when the letters and numbers are highlighted in blue, that's Gemini Ultra, and black is GPT-4. And we can see here under the text category, in most categories, Gemini Ultra outperformed GPT-4. And if you scroll down here, they also list a table for multimodal, and they compare Gemini versus GPT-4 under the subcategories of image, video, and audio. State-of-the-art performance. So Google tested their Gemini models and evaluated their performance on a wide variety of tasks. And this is what they found. Gemini surpasses state-of-the-art performance on a range of benchmarks, including text and coding. Text and coding. Also, Gemini surpasses state-of-the-art performance on a range of multimodal benchmarks. Multimodal. So text, coding, multimodal, in all categories, Gemini surpasses the state-of-the-art. Basically, Gemini beats the competition, specifically GPT-4. So there's 3 models, Ultra, Pro, and Nano. Ultra is their more advanced. So this discussion here is going to focus on Gemini Ultra's performance. Gemini Ultra, state-of-the-art performance. So Gemini Ultra has state-of-the-art performance with regard to natural image, audio, and video understanding, and mathematical reasoning. A wide variety of tasks. Gemini Ultra's performance exceeds current state-of-the-art results on 30 of the 32 widely used academic benchmarks. So there's 32 widely used academic benchmarks. Gemini Ultra exceeds the current state-of-the-art in 30 of the 32 benchmarks. And these academic benchmarks are used in large language model LLM research and development. So Gemini Ultra, on a test here known as MMLU, Massive Multitask Language Understanding. On this test, Gemini Ultra scored 90%. Gemini Ultra is the first model to outperform human experts on the Massive Multitask Language Understanding test. MMLU uses a combination of 57 subjects such as math, physics, history, law, medicine, and ethics for testing both world knowledge and problem-solving abilities. So Gemini Ultra scored 90% and outperformed human experts. So multimodal, again, we're talking about Ultra Gemini Ultra, multimodal. Which is image, video, and audio. Multimodal. Gemini Ultra achieved a state-of-the-art score of 59% on the MMMU benchmark. MMMU is Massive Multidiscipline Multimodal Understanding and Reasoning benchmark. The key word here is multimodal. So under multimodal, Gemini Ultra scored 59%, which Google says is state-of-the-art. So the MMMU benchmark consists of multimodal tasks spanning different domains requiring deliberate reasoning. Multimodal, again, is image, video, and audio. Next generation capabilities, multimodal. So Gemini was designed to be multimodal. Gemini was pre-trained on different modalities. Gemini was fine-tuned with additional multimodal data. This helps Gemini understand and reason about all kinds of inputs. So multimodal means all kinds of inputs: image, video, audio, and text, computer codes. Gemini is better than existing multimodal models. Gemini's capabilities are state of the art in nearly every domain. So state of the art, it's as good or better in nearly every domain. Sophisticated reasoning. Gemini's multimodal reasoning capabilities can help make sense of complex written and visual information. Gemini is skilled at uncovering knowledge that can be difficult to discern amid vast amounts of data. Gemini can extract insights from hundreds of thousands of documents through reading, filtering, and understanding information. This will help deliver new breakthroughs in many fields from science to finance. Understanding text, images, audio, and more. Gemini was trained to recognize and understand text, images, audio, and more at the same time. So multiple modalities at the same time. So Gemini better understands nuanced information and can answer questions relating to complicating topics. Gemini is good at explaining reasoning in complex subjects like math and physics. Advanced coding. Advanced coding. Gemini excels at coding and competitive programming. Advanced coding. Gemini can generate code in programming languages like Python. Gemini can understand, explain, and generate high-quality code in the world's most popular programming languages like Python, Java, C++, and Go. Benchmarks. Gemini Ultra excels in coding benchmarks. Gemini Ultra excels in several coding benchmarks, including Human Eval. Human Eval is an important industry standard for evaluating performance on coding tasks. So, AlphaCode. So, background, 2 years ago, Google presented AlphaCode. AlphaCode was the first AI code generation system to reach a competitive level of performance in programming competitions. So Google created AlphaCode and had it compete against humans in programming competitions, and it reached a competitive level of performance. This is the original AlphaCode. I'll refer to it as AlphaCode 1. So using Gemini, Google has come out with AlphaCode 2. AlphaCode 2 is a more advanced code generation system. AlphaCode is a code generation system. AlphaCode 2 was created using a specialized version of Gemini. So AlphaCode 2 was created using Gemini. AlphaCode 2 excels at solving competitive programming problems that go beyond coding to involve complex math and theoretical computer science. AlphaCode 2 shows massive improvements compared to the original AlphaCode 1. So AlphaCode 2 shows massive improvements, solving nearly twice as many problems when evaluated on the same platform as the original AlphaCode. AlphaCode 2 performs better than 85% of competition participants. These are human participants. AlphaCode 2 performs even better when programmers collaborate with AlphaCode 2 by defining certain properties for the code samples to follow. So when AlphaCode 2 collaborated with human programmers, the results were even better. Availability of Gemini. So availability, making Gemini available to the world as of December 6, 2023. So there are 3 models. Ultra is the most advanced, Pro is in the middle, and Nano, it looks like it's designed for like mobile devices, like the Pixel 8 Pro. So let's talk about the Pro. Starting on December 6, 2023, Bard will use Gemini Pro. Bard. So Bard will use a fine-tuned version of Gemini Pro for more advanced reasoning, planning, understanding, and more. Nano. The Pixel 8 Pro is the first smartphone engineered to run Gemini Nano. In the coming months, Gemini will be available in more of Google products and services like Search, Chrome, Ads, and Duet AI. Building with Gemini. Starting on December 13th, developers and enterprise customers can access Gemini Pro. Android developers will be able to build with Gemini Nano via AI Core, a new system capability available in Android 14, starting on Pixel 8 Pro devices. So Ultra is the most advanced model. When does that come out? They said coming soon. Gemini Ultra. Google is completing trust and safety checks, and they're refining and fine-tuning Gemini Ultra before making it broadly available. Gemini Ultra. So Google's goal is to roll it out to developers and enterprise customers early next year, 2024. Gemini Ultra, early next year, Google will launch Bard Advanced. Bard Advanced will give us access to Gemini Ultra. So Gemini is a generative artificial intelligence AI model. What is generative AI? According to McKinsey, generative artificial intelligence AI describes algorithms such as ChatGPT and Gemini, algorithms that can be used to create new content, including audio, code, images, text simulations, and videos. IBM defines generative AI. Generative AI refers to deep learning models that can generate high-quality text, images, and other content based on the data that they were trained on.